Oh, you can't go home again. You can't go home. Oh, you can't go home again. You can't go home.
Marktown's a very, very unique community. It's very tight-knit. Everybody knows each other. Everybody takes care of each other.
When we started this project, it's a $5 billion refinery. And people in Marktown heard rumors that they were going to tear down Marktown because of this. And so they sent a letter to them asking, are you going to be tearing down Marktown? They sent a letter back saying, we don't have any intention of tearing down Marktown. A month after they went online with the refinery, they started sending out notices that they're going to start buying up and tearing down Marktown. The market value here is between $14,000 and $25,000 in some cases. And so they're hitting the market value there. And it's hard for people at that price to leave Marktown and go and buy something somewhere else.
But I was born and raised here. I'm a widow. I'm on Social Security. I can't just go and buy a home and get a loan and, you know, purchase a house. But they don't care about that.
56 years I've been here. This is what we know. These are our homes. I'm not moving. I'm staying put.
Lake County, Indiana ranks generally in the top 10 for industrial releases into the atmosphere. And that's due entirely to BP, ArcelorMittal, which is the steel company here, and U.S. Steel. It's the aggregate of problems like this. If we wouldn't allow things to happen in communities like this, we wouldn't have the aggregate problem of global climate change.
I need a blessing.
I need a blessing.
Days
spent standing, days spent sitting, tired feet, light soul, days spent meeting, days spent meeting.
So I live in Whiting.
How far away is that?
Oh, that's Whiting. The refinery sits on Whiting property. For myself, I want to see renewables only.
Losing, sad news, happy news.
If you really care about the environment, you have to take care of frontline communities like East Chicago and Marktown. Every toxin that is released here travels around the world and lands on you too. It lands on us first. You protect this community, you protect the whole world.
When they did the big expansion over here a few years ago, we didn't know that we were going to be the recipients of a insidious, dirty, filthy, ugly product called petroleum coke. Now they say they can't burn it in its pure form in the United States because it's just too full of carbon, too dangerous for the atmosphere. So what are they doing? Do you think they're doing the right thing? No. They're sending it to China, India, Brazil, other countries that have less stringent regulations on burning it.
Spent time with First Nations people who live downstream from the tar sands, who are just having such, huge rates of cancer. They can't eat the food, they can't eat the fish, they can't eat the animals, they can't drink the water where they live.
I could talk about BP, I could talk about the collapse of the Arctic ice shelf, or what the spill in the Gulf has done to the dolphins. I could talk about the communities from Marktown to Detroit to the Gulf Coast who have lost their industries, who have lost their homes, who are living with cancers and birth defects and neurological problems and illnesses. I can talk to you about the abuses of companies like Enbridge and BP and TransCanada and Shell Oil, and the list goes on and on. But what I want to talk to you about...
Amen. Talk about it.
I don't have a lot of hope that we can win. I can't save your community. I can't heal a child who has a respiratory illness because he happened to live on the Kalamazoo. I can't save the Arctic ice shelf. I'm not a good man, okay? But somewhere I fell in love with the earth and the people in it. And I just want to give you hope that you don't have to be pretty, you don't have to be smart, you don't have to be good to take a stand and do something.
Unfortunately, it may be a little bit too late for Marktown, but maybe with this struggle, it may help all the communities. I just want to say I love Marktown, and I may have to say goodbye.
Thank you, Juan.
Detroit, Chicago, all of these industrial cities are like the dutiful wife that took care of her husband, raised her children, made the food, everything to make his life possible. And then one day he said,
baby, I'm going to the corner to get some milk and some smokes, and he never came back. The revolution happens one conversation at a time. Amen. And I've been moved to tears, just like Savitri, moved to tears by you. And your testimony, I want to amplify to remind us that the only qualification that you have is to be a human being. Yes. Yes. So let's talk to each other and not at each other.
Days spent marching, days spent shouting, getting free, staying free, nights spent dreaming.
You represent what so many people around the world are going through. The people of the world and the life of this planet have become a sacrifice community. We are all of us Marktown. Amen? Because these people will kill us, and we keep not quite believing that they will. What they'll say in court, what they'll say to a newspaper, lying is their bill of trade. We have to just get in front of them, love them, change them. Somebody give me change hallelujah here. Life on earth, be with us. Give those of us who are lonely, who feel that they have been cheated, treated unfairly, robbed of their health, of their savings. Give them courage. Be with the people who are committing this violence against us. Life on earth, go into their bodies. They are made of earth as well. And now may we go over there and direct the power of the earth straight at that biggest refinery.
Climate changed me when I lost my only job.
We can be too isolated from each other. Finding surprising ways to communicate with each other has to be a part of the coming climate revolution. Must be how we move forward.
When the storm tore off the roof, climate changed me.
British Petroleum, what you are doing is killing us. You are not a service. You are not a service. You are not good jobs. You are not good jobs. You are toxic. You are toxic. You do not make prosperity. You do not make prosperity. You are poisoning us. You are poisoning us. You are poisoning the earth. You are poisoning the earth. We will rise up. We will rise up. But the earth will rise up. But the earth will rise up. We do the research. We do the research. But now we have done enough of that. Enough of that. It's no longer a question. It's no longer a question of information. It is our courage. It is our courage. Our need to live. Our need to live. The earth is speaking through us. The earth is speaking through us. You will be a tombstone. You will be a tombstone. And Marktown will flourish. Will flourish. Life has a way of having power. Yeah. Amen. We feel that power in us today, and we directly address it, asking that it stay with us. We have to do things now, soon.